Hello everyone, and good day to you. My name is Nightcrawler, and welcome to Night Games. I invite you to come along with me as I play some World of Tanks today. Today I will be showing you one of the battles I fought recently in my ELC Even 90 French Tier 8 Premium tank. In this battle, I will be highlighting the strengths of this small but deadly tank by supporting my team with spotting as well as with damage dealing. I appreciate you stopping by, and now let's jump in. So here we are on Pilsen. This is an enjoyable map. I like it a lot. It's got multiple ways to go depending on what type of tank you are. There's kind of the open field area on the east where you can go with a light tank, or you can go to the more city area if you're in a heavy tank, etc. So we're going to roll out here. So in this tank, this ELC Even 90, I only recently purchased this tank when there was a sale on it in January. I enjoy this tank a lot. I watched other streamers using it, and I just realized that I really liked the kind of sneaky style that it kind of has, and so I wanted to pick one up for myself. So this tank really is known for its stealthiness. It has a very good camo value, and it's very tiny, and it's got a decent view range on it as well. So we're have just under 450 meters spotting right now. My crew is not perfect on this tank, so I'm kind of trying to work that up, but we're going to have a bit of an enjoyable game here. So I'm sitting here in these bushes. This tank is awesome because even if it's a tiny bush, this tank can succeed in it, can get some really good spotting from that bush while remaining unspotted. So unless you fire, you can go into some pretty ridiculous places and just stay still and nobody will see you, assuming you're kind of protected from all sides in the bush. So yeah, so I'm going to continue hanging around in this area. I knock over the tree just because I figured there wasn't anybody who was going to be looking at me at that moment. But I'm continuing to look for people in the area. So this MT-25 has been running around doing a more active scouting role, which is great, except he's not quite an EBR tank, so he doesn't have the speed to really dodge enemy fire that some of the those French tanks have. So I'm going to keep an eye out for him because I do want to eliminate him if possible. He's getting some perhaps decent spotting on our team, and so we want to be able to control the spotting situation on the map by taking him out if possible. So the IKV 65 pops up there. He's retreated around the building where he's been, though there is a tree that's just been knocked down there, so somebody is over there. So here's the MT-25, and I see that he's being a little bit more bold this time. He's pulling out near our team's area, and so I'm going to take a shot, and we take him out. However, by doing that, the IKV was looking towards us, as was the Cromwell, so one of them spotted us when we fired, because that instantly pretty much negates all camo value on a tank when you fire, even this one. So we're going to move off, we're going to get out of there, we can't stay still for a bit. I could return to my bush if I wanted to, but I decide now that the MT-25 is out of the way, they don't have any other light tanks that are playing an active scouting role here, so I decided to do a little bit of it myself. And the ELC Even 90 is not the fastest light tank in the world, but it's by no means slow either. We're cruising around most of the time, not right now, but most of the time around 45 or 50 kilometers per hour. So I managed to get a few lucky dodges from people shooting at me. The P-43 Bis and the Scorpion up on that side of their hill have taken shots at me, and they've missed each time. The artillery has taken shots at me, and I'm still managing to evade their shots. We see the T-20, which is really helpful information for our team. I believe the P-43 Bis puts a shot into him, and I want to keep an eye on that guy because I don't want him to push that upper flank because we don't really have much there. Our P-43 is quite low, and the T-20 could do some real damage. So I continue to drive around. I'm spotted. The enemy team can definitely see me, but they and I spot them whenever they fire, so it's working well for me. Also, you may hear the pings and the chimes that come through every now and then. I'm using the commander's vision system on this tank. I know it's a bit of an interesting piece of equipment to put on a tank. There's a lot of opinions as to whether it's helpful or not. What it primarily does is it removes some of the camo value of enemy tanks that are hiding behind or inside a bush, and so it allows you to see better. Hold that thought. So we're taking aim at the T-20 here. Again, we don't have the greatest aiming ability on this tank. It's got quite a wide aiming circle, but we managed to put in our second shot there and clip the back of the T-20, saving our P-43 BIS. Going back to the commander vision system, on top of removing some camo value from bushes, it also has an interesting kind of secondary ability where every time you spot somebody, it sends out a ping notification audibly, and it also is done in stereo. So if the tank is on my left, I'll hear the ping in my left, which you may be hearing right now as I'm getting spots. It's pinging to the left or the right, which kind of tells you instantly, even if you can't see where the tank is, you know where that tank is based on the sound that you're hearing in your headphones. So I'm putting some aggression now up on the Scorpion here. I don't have much support behind me, so it's a little bit of a bold play, but the front of the Scorpion does stick out a fair bit further, and so I want to try and put a couple more shots into him. I'm mindful of where his turret is, and I'm noticing that it's further back and to the side from where his tracks are, and I'm such a small tank that basically where I can see is where my turret is. So he doesn't put a shot into us, but we put 2 hits into him and a tracking shot, and we're now on the reload again. The reload is a little bit painful on this tank. I think it's about 25 seconds, I'm guessing. I don't know off the top of my head, but we are almost reloaded again. So we go in here for the Scorpion. He unfortunately misses us, and we go in now without much pressure because we know he's got a long reload, and we take that tank out. The P-43 BIS on their team has now appeared, so we're going to try and keep an eye out for him, but I'm going to avoid him for now because I'm on a long reload and I won't be able to engage him, and we don't really have any teammates supporting us. We have a couple artillery who you might have heard did take some shots there. We're not sure if they did damage to him or not, but I'm now going to come up behind him, where I think he is anyway, and see if I can time my reload with him. So we're now reloaded, we're ready to go, we're checking left and right, and we don't see him yet. Oh, but there he is. He pings, and you can hear it out the left side of your stereo as well, hopefully. So he's hiding now behind a building. So I'm spotted, I want to get out of here, and on we go. So we're going to head now towards the city area. I'm keeping an eye over there. Artillery is putting a shot out, so maybe that did damage. I'm not sure. We may find out later. So I'm looking for targets of opportunity now in the middle. I notice an AMX M445 is in the middle, kind of near the mouth of the road that leads out towards the 2-3 line. So I put one shot into him. We're firing through these shelves here, and we put a third shot in. Just very luckily, it just arced past the edge of the doorway. And again, I evade a artillery shot, so I'm getting lucky here. I'll totally admit it. But we managed to put 3 shots in the M445 to distract him. Our IS-6 is now approaching him, and hopefully we'll be able to deal some damage to him. So I'm going to go back now. I'm thinking of trying to deal with the P-43 BIS. He seems to be playing quite defensively and carefully. He seems to still be hiding, and now he's finally spotted. I'm keeping an eye on where he is. I'm trying to juke any potential shots he may be firing. This tank doesn't do great firing on the move. It's okay, but a lot of shots that you take will miss like that. So I've now got his side just the way I want him. I put one into him, and then my teammate, the M44, the artillery, finishes him off. So we're back on the reload again. This game's looking pretty good. It's 9-7. I've got 3 kills. We're up to 2,148 damage with 1,500 spotting damage. And we're looking for targets of opportunity. We spot the FV304, their artillery. And so I'm going to go and approach him. My reload should be ready just about the time that I get to him. Now I have to figure out which side I should go around, because I'm pretty sure he's seen me and he's going to be pre-aiming towards where I'm going. So I kind of get lucky there. The artillery, I spot him, then the artillery shoots him and stuns him, which reduces his aiming ability. So he may have been able to do more damage to me, or even one-shot me, I don't know. But we managed to put him down, and we are now off to look for more artillery, and we find the M44. And 2 shots into him manages to complete him, kill him as well. We're now again on the reload. We're feeling good here, and I actually say to my team in just a minute, can I have the top gun, please? I'm now on 5 kills. There's 2 tanks left. They're both Leves, and I'm going to try and get in for there, and I'm hoping my teammates might leave one of them for me, just so I can pick up 6 kills and a top gun. We're at 2,500 damage, 1,700 spotting damage, and we're going in for the Leve. Somebody says, I say, please don't kill. And I go in looking for a flanking shot, put one in. The IS-6 is looking at him, and I shoot, and the artillery was about to shoot him. So some of the tanks there were okay with me not with me getting the kill, and so they generously gave that to me. But the artillery was going to go for it. So I'm very happy I managed to get the final shot, and I'm very grateful to my teammates for allowing me to get that. So that was the battle that we played. I find this tank really enjoyable. I really enjoy the sneaky component to playing in this game. I'm learning to better use the kind of max spotting distance and learning how to work with camo values. And this tank is a really good teacher for me to learn how that kind of works. So yeah, so now we'll skip over to the post-game stats. So here we are at the post-game stats. This was, like I said, a really fun game. We managed to get an ace tanker for just getting a really good experience value on this game. We got a Pascucci's medal, Top Gun, and a patrol duty. We had the most damage on our team with 2,785. We had 6 kills for the Top Gun and 1,522 for base experience with 2,165 assistance damage done. So, and made a decent bit of credits. We did have a premium account at the time, but yeah, I do really enjoy this tank. I know some people run with full heat shells on this tank, and it's not really a moneymaker for them, but I really enjoy just using the AP shells and just playing to the tank's strengths, which really are, like I mentioned earlier, the stealth values of it, the sneakiness, the spotting ability, and it can do some decent assassination work as well, about 600 damage if you can unload a full clip into somebody. So I really enjoy this tank. I find it enjoyable just to kind of challenge myself, to kind of pick my moments when to go in and when to be passive, and I find that I can get some good results from it. So yeah, so this is the result of this game today. So I hope you enjoyed this highlight commentary, and I really appreciate you stopping by today. I'm a new streamer and content creator focusing on World of Tanks, as well as a few other games that I enjoy playing. I'm still working out the kinks of streaming and video recording. I would appreciate any potential suggestions that you may have regarding changes I could make in order to improve your viewing experience. If you liked what you saw here today, I would really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe, and I hope you have a great day.